Barak the Yahweh, Barakatha, Yahushua, Barak the Yahweh, Barakatha, Yahushua, Ba Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and sincerity. A lesson will be entitled, My Country Tis to Me. Tis means what? It is. So, my country, it is to me. Lord, will you are edified. Video was inspired by a video entitled From the Platform, the Family, and video entitled Texas Football Star Fighting for His Life at Private Hospital. Staff want his organs. This video will support that perpetual hatred amongst so-called white people and so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans, which are the Israelites. And this perpetual hatred goes back to the garden, the location in the Middle East, okay, in Israel. At that time frame, it was also identified as a garden, okay? And remember, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushua, via a prophet, informed the serpent, okay, and in modern terms would be the Edomites, okay, so-called white people, and the woman, which would be the descendants of the woman, which are Israelites, modern-day Negroes, modern-day Hispanics, and modern-day Native Americans. So the prophet had the Holy Spirit, and what did he tell both entities? That enmity from Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushua would be amongst the nation of Israel and the nation of Edom. Okay? And Abaratazar, my man doesn't flag me. Okay? Brace yourselves.
Nobody wins when the family feels.
3.
Video will be used for fair use.
Step drop, goes in zone. The pass is incomplete. Chambers had it for a half second, but couldn't quite corral it.
In regards to my son, Terrence Howard, who is currently in the hospital right now. Apparently, a lot of people know what's going on, so I need them giving people time to get online.
And this incident happened within 24 to 48 hours, okay? Within the last 24 to 48 hours, let me state it like that.
You could get online, pass this around, share this with somebody right now. If you're on live with me right now, share this with somebody, because this is inspiring. This is in regards to my son, Terrence Howard, who has suffered a critical thing that's just happened to him. We need your help. We need your help. You see these babies back here singing. All these people up here, all these kids came up here. This is his brothers, sisters, girlfriends, everybody up here to support Terrence. Listen, we need y'all help. We need your help.
And also, this video will support that, Jake, we are not free, okay? We are not free. This video will support this, okay? And let me just get a precept to start this off. Baruch 3:8, behold, we are yet this day, okay, talking about still in our current time frame now, in our captivity, okay? What captivity? Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 68. And Yahweh shall bring you into Egypt again with ships. So we got over here, okay, by ships via the transatlantic slave trade. So again, and Yahweh shall bring you into Egypt again with ships. America is modern day Egypt. Egypt is symbolic for bondage, okay, bondage, servitude, slavery. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity. We are still here, where you have scattered us, and also you can associate throughout the four corners of the world. Because remember, according to Job 9:24, okay, the wicked is, well, Salakia. The earth is given into the hand or might or control of the wicked. So the wicked controls the world, utilizing their system, okay? And according to Malachi, and I believe it's 1:4, the wicked is identified as the Edomites, so-called white people based on the lineage of their fathers, for a reproach, which is a shame, and a curse going into the indignation of the Most High, which means righteous anger. Okay, so-called black people, so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans are having a hard time because of the indignation or the curse of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Remember, we committed spiritual fornication, started serving other gods, okay? We left the laws, statutes, and the commandments, and therefore we had penalties because of the dire / strict boundaries and stipulations for breaking the law, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers. And if you can receive this in the spirit, okay, we are our fathers via the concept of reincarnation, which departed from the Lord our power. And how did we depart from the Most High? By committing spiritual fornication, okay? Back in Deuteronomy 28:68. By the way whereof I spoke unto you, you shall see it no more again, meaning the land of Israel, for a very, very, very long time. And there, okay, America, you shall be sold unto your enemies. See, so-called white people are our enemies. And guess what? The so-called Arabians, okay, and so-called Africans sold us to the Edomites, so-called white people. And to be frank with you, you also had Israelites selling Israelites into slavery for bondmen and bondwomen, which means what? Slaves. Okay, and no man shall buy you. The only person, okay, or individual that can save us is Yahweh Shai.
Right now, we need your help. Listen, we got something going on, and we need your help. Terrence right now I'm giving you an update on what the situation is, and I tried to do it before, and it keeps cutting off. This phone keeps cutting off for whatever reason. It's live, and hopefully it stays live here, but we need y'all help. We got a few hospitals that we got in mind that we need to see if chance to be trained.
And as they're giving homage to their God, they're still praying to Jesus Christ, okay? And our God, okay, is not Jesus Christ. Our God is Yahweh, okay? And our other God is Yahweh Shai, who are so-called, well, you know what, I'm not even going to say so-called black, who are dark-skinned entities, okay? So if Yahweh, which is the true name of God, okay, and Yahushua, which is the true name of the Heavenly Son, if they were both here on earth, they would be so-called Negroes, okay? And just to prove that, let's go to Psalm 110 and verse 1. A psalm of David. Yahweh said unto my Lord Yahushua, sit you at my right hand until I make your enemies your footstool. Let's go to Hebrews chapter 7 and 14. And it reads, for it is evident that our Lord Yahushua sprang out of Judah. Judah are the so-called Negroes in today's time frame, of which tribe Moses spoke nothing concerning priesthood. And according to Jeremiah 7 and 14, right? Was it Jeremiah? Jeremiah 14 and 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground. When you analyze break or investigate break, okay, Salaki, I'm tripping. When you investigate black in the Hebrew, it goes into dark skinned, okay, and the cry of Jerusalem is going up.
Transferred out of this hospital. This hospital has given us a pretty much a deadline to get him out of here.
They've been telling us all kind of stuff. No, they've been telling us all kind of stuff that don't make sense, and I keep challenging them.
So as you can see, you have the father, okay, performing CPR on his son. Meanwhile, in the back, in the red, you have his mom, and to her right, you have a so-called white woman that is a nurse doing nothing for him, okay? So, of course, I don't know if he flatlined, but whenever something goes wrong on those medical devices, the nursing station, okay, is informed. And guess what? Maybe one Edomite came into that room. There was no other personnel besides this so-called white woman and this Edomite man, which you will see. Other than those two, no one else came to assist in bringing this man back to life, okay? And this happened in the setting of a fucking hospital, okay? And Jake, you have to understand something that is plain and motherfucking simple, okay? These fucking heathen, okay, are not your friends. They are your enemies. How the fuck can you let this man that is 19 years old, okay, die without any assistance? And his fucking father is performing C-fucking-P-fucking-R inside of a hospital setting.
This is the result of me challenging them because they never had nobody challenge them.
Or whatever they gave him.
Yeah, come on.
You know they gave
They done gave him something.
Fentanyl.
Because they gave him two. They gave him several.
Fentanyl.
They gave him fentanyl. He don't take drugs.
So the mom believes that the hospital gave him something to promote his fatality.
And they have him listed as he's 26. He's only 19. He should have been in the children's hospital. He should have never been over there.
And the reason why, okay, they label him as 26 years old, although they knew he was 19, right? Because if you're 26, all right, you don't have to have your parents' permission to receive the organs. All right? This was created by design. Okay, he was transferred from one hospital to another hospital, and it's my belief that, okay, someone very powerful, okay, that is so-called white, okay, was informed about this incident, and therefore the hospital, via the provider or providers, which are doctors, all right, assisted with the demise of this 19-year-old man to receive his organs. And this shit happens every day.
Some people who are gonna look at this video will judge the footage they're about to see of this family in this emergency room. But let me say this out the gate. What would you do if your family member was dying in front of you?
And this is happening in real time, on live.
And you're in the ER, but the medical personnel won't assist you. Some people gonna do what they do, and that's move by action. Some people gonna sit back and watch. This family was hands-on. My family from Texas been in a private emergency room for the past 2 weeks in Charlotte, North Carolina. The family will later discuss and the medical personnel, well, it seems they've been having some back and forth. Not to mention, there's been public video within the last 12 hours of a young man having complications breathing, only moments after receiving his medical records. Now, when it comes to the pros and cons of a private hospital, understand that's...
And look at that fucking nurse. That's all she did. Held his legs. Did not tell the father to move out the way and let me assist them. Okay? And this bitch, as well as the providers, should lose their fucking license. Okay? They should lose their license.
Private property. Authorities may not have the rights you might think. On top of that, you might not be privileged to what you might get from a public hospital. Now, this family from Texas believe the back and forth from this private hospital is because this establishment want their child organs. Now, for those who are not aware of these type of situations might think this sound crazy, but it's a real thing. So
and the reason why his organs was wanted. Okay, let's go to Genesis. See, the scriptures explain all of this. Genesis 25 and 25, right? So like in verse 23, and the sons struggled together within her. So literally, Jacob and Esau were fighting in the womb of Rebekah. And Jacob is the progenitor, okay, of the Israelites, so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans. And Esau is the progenitor of so-called white people, right? So as you can see, that this hatred existed inside of the womb, going back to what? Genesis, the 3rd chapter, okay? Going back into the prophecy of Genesis, the 3rd chapter, on how enmity would be established between the serpent's seed and the woman's seed, okay, which is also symbolic talk. So if that serpent, okay, was here in today's time frame, he would be a so-called white man. And the sons struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of Yahweh. So Rebekah, okay, needed information or assistance from a prophet. Verse 23, and Yahweh, via a prophet, said unto her, 2 nations are in your womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from your bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people. So so-called black people, so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans are stronger than the other people, which are so-called white people. And the elder, meaning so-called white people, shall serve the younger, the Israelites, in the kingdom of heaven. Okay? And that's the reason why also, okay, they want our organs. Okay? So-called white people have what? Recessive traits, meaning blonde hair, blue eyes, and the lack of melanin. Okay? they are the most inferior race on the face of this fucking earth.
Fam, I'm gonna ask you wait to the conclusion of this video before you share your thoughts. Now, this family asked to transfer their kid back to Texas. Did they get help? Nope. All the insurance in the world. They even called the police to see if they can get some help from them. Did they come? Yep. About 2 hours later to assist the private hospital.
If you're one of the many people struggling financially right now, Bridget's got your back. They'll send you 50 to 2.
They have to begin to prepare the body.
Ain't his heart still beat. His heart still beat. They got proof his heart ain't beat. They got proof his heart ain't beat.
So this is
So in a nutshell, okay, you see the nurse, and that Edomite, I don't know if he was a doctor, okay, so, but I know for a fact this bitch she's a nurse.
What did they say?
I don't know if they didn't.
And so she was probably sent by the provider, which was a doctor, okay, to just observe what the fuck was going on in there.
Somehow. So now the Charlotte PD is involved.
Yeah, where was that? Where was Charlotte PD? Where was Charlotte PD when we called them and told them that we need them down here because they wouldn't come in and do it? Now they want to show up, they're a bunch of cowards.
So, also the hospital contacted the local authorities, and you will see that the family had to leave the room and the hospital. Okay, so with that being said, Jake, you are not fucking free.
But they are. Bunch of cowards.
We can't do that. I know, but we can't. We got to look. We don't need. Listen. We got to take the time that we have and not allow them to escalate it to where when we have to get to the peace. Okay. We got to get to the point where the peace. And
Ain't no peace in this.
No. I'm talking about.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like us coming to the peace.
Yeah, we gotta.
Hey, now hold on. Where were you when I called?
How do
When I called y'all,
we know that? How do we know that they real? They might be a part of it. You can hurry. How do we know they real?
You're asking to vacate the property. You refuse to do so.
Are y'all getting this? They're saying we're trespassing. They want me to leave my brother in here with all of them. They just bust in here with officers and they're saying.
Look at this fuck shit, you know? But see, hey, let's go to Hosea 4:16, right? Oh, Salakia, Hosea 4:6. And let's read this in the NOT. My people, which are Israelites, are being destroyed. My people are destroyed. Why? Because they don't know me for the lack of knowledge, right? Since your priests refuse to know me, I refuse to recognize you as my priest. Since you have forgotten the laws of your power, I will forget to bless your children. Okay, so our people, okay, 2/3 of our people are going to die. Okay, and this is the reason why our people suffer such detrimental circumstances. Is because of breaking the law, statutes, and the commandments. The Most High is only working with, okay, the power, Salakia, a sector of Israelites, which are the elect at this time frame. Okay, and let me just prove that. Galatians 6:16, and as many as walk, referring to the elect, the chosen out of Israel at this time frame, according to this rule, peace be on them and mercy and on the Israel of the Most High. Okay, so only the elect inside and outside of America, okay, will be shielded.
We are trespassing. They're asking all of us to leave my brother in here with them.
And you never showed up. You never showed up.
Okay, I'm
You never showed up. But when they called you, you showed up.
And this also shows you that the local authorities, okay, have sworn to the international bankers to protect their private institutions, their private hospital, their private banking systems, okay? The Constitution has nothing to do with you, Jake. And it has everything to do with so-called white people, okay? But again, the local authorities are sworn. They took that oath, okay, to abide by the instructions of the international bankers going into the wicked that control this entire system.
What does that say? Man, you know, get out.
So in this video, we're gonna shine light on this family case, spread awareness on this young man, send love and blessings, talk about who he is, and we also gonna hope to help other people in this situation. So before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no ain't, I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna jump right to it. Fam, meet Terrence Emmanuel Howard, aka T4, just 19 years old, a young man from Missouri City, Texas, a standout athlete who played track and football. He went to Ridge Point High School. His main position in football was cornerback. He was ranked number 56 of the class of 2023 according to ESPN rankings. In 2024, after receiving many offers, he played his freshman year at Alabama University. But after not getting as much playing time as he would hope, he decided to take his talents to North Carolina Central for his sophomore year. Now at this point, T4 excited to get back in the field and his sophomore year for NCCU. Now in the last week of July, T4 decided to head towards the university. He was driving. It was poured down raining, and he noticed someone on the side of the road who needed help. Still not clear if it was a car accident or if it was someone assisting a car that was broke down. But what is definite, it was pouring down raining, and someone had allegedly hit T4 on the side of the road, making him fly in the air, landing on his head, causing immediate brain damage. Check out what his dad had to say with getting that call, heading to the hospital.
We're gonna get going here with this. Okay, listen, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, here's the news. Here's the news. So, everybody has heard that Terrence was in a tragic accident here right outside of Charlotte, headed back to North Carolina Central, which that's the school that he committed to after he transferred from the University of Alabama. He was headed home, and it was Sunday night. He was headed home, and what happened was he either was in an accident or he saw an accident. It was raining. Now he had on black clothing, black top, black shorts. He got out of the car, and when he got out of the car to help somebody, this is what was told to us so far. We hadn't got the complete understanding of what all took place. He got out of the car, went to go render aid to see make sure the person was correct. Okay, I guess he ran back while he was running back to the car. I guess he got in the car, was turned around because of the injuries that he has from the back. It looked like the car hit him from the back and knocked him, about 30 feet or further. Real bad. He landed on his head. He ended up suffering, some trauma to his head to the point where they are saying that the doctors are declaring that his brain position is to the place of non-function. Okay, in another terminology, they would say he was brain dead. But here's the deal. That I'm trying to get to. This is what I'm trying to get to, because that we're looking at is a tragedy. It's tragic. They've always been helpful. Y'all know he's going to help. Now he could have been, if he was an accident, he could have been like a lot of people and kept going. You know what I'm saying? If it's nighttime raining, he didn't have to stop. But he stopped and rendered aid because that's the type of person he is. Now, I don't know if the person that hit him stopped and rendered aid for him, but somebody called the ambulance and they ended up coming out. But he's that type of person. We know him. He'll go do that. Now, this person, Terrence, was injured while trying to help, while trying to be a good citizen. So the type of person he is, you just don't expect this type of energy to come towards him. So it came nigh to him. So with this happening, we know at the end of the day, this is completely the work of the enemy. We know that this is the work of darkness. This is the work of the demons, devils, dark spirits, and all those that serve. We know this. We know this.
When you understand the dynamic of Yahweh Hashem Al-Shai, okay, you reap what you sow, whether in this life or your past lives. All right, so no one is innocent. Okay, and those dark forces, being led by so-called Satan, okay, as well as Satan, are sons of the Most High. So they do the bidding of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, meaning the Most High controls the right hand, which is the righteous, and the left hand, which is the wicked. Okay, and that's why he is classified in regards to Yahweh as the Most High. Okay, and directly underneath him, you have Yahushua. And what I'm saying is supported scriptures, but I don't want to get all those scriptures because the video would be even longer.
We're not even trying to figure this out. We know that this is the work of the enemy.
Now, as you can see, T4 family is a praying family who don't give up, and they stayed by his side every step of the way. Now, for the last 2 weeks, they've been trying to get their son back to Texas, get his medical report to that private hospital, and it seems there's been some bad communication between the parties.
Okay, so Salakia. So for the past 2 weeks, okay, but he died, right? I want to say within the last 24 to 48 hours, okay? This would be KHOU11 or KHOU.com. Former Ridge Point High School football player dies after crash in North Carolina, family says. And this was published on 5/40, August 2nd, 2024. And then you have an updated version at 10:07 p.m., August 2nd, 2024. And of course, today's date is August 3rd, Central Time, 8:18 a.m.
Well, at least the family of T4 and the staff at that private hospital. One thing led to another. Within the last 6 hours, T4 family had went to Facebook Live after concerns, saying that their son's heart is pumping, but the medical staff want to assist them to get their family, well, T4, to another hospital. They also mentioned how the private hospital also requested for T4 organs, but in the family eyes, he's still fighting for his life. It just went to a whole big deal. Check it out.
Herman, who's outside, and Dr. Jessica McCool.
So as this young man is breathing, the hospital is inquiring about his fucking organs. Okay, so they wanted him to die. And that's the reason why you never saw medical personnel assisting this young man or his family, because they want his fucking organs. Okay, and they labeled him as 26 years old, so they would not need the permission of the fucking parents. So as the parents were made to leave, guess what? Okay, it's my belief, I have no evidence to support this, but I wouldn't be surprised if they took his organs and gave it to a well-off, wealthy Edomite so-called white family or white individual.
Have decided to put something in Terrence's IV to kill him. He's been fine and stable. The moment that we got ready to get him out of here and transfer him, they interfered. And as soon as we got the medical records to give over to the doctors, they came and had somebody come in here and put something in his line. Dr. Jessica McCool, Dr. Herman.
So if they gave him something, I don't know. They gave him something, okay? Salakia.
This is IV to kill him. He's been fine and stable. The moment that we got ready to get him out of here and transfer him, they interfered. And as soon as we got the medical records to give over to the doctors, they came and had somebody come in here and put something in his line. Dr. Jessica McCool, Dr. Herman of this hospital, which is Carolina's Medical Center, Atrium here in North Carolina. Right?
But what medical personnel did do, they assisted the young man to have something ingested in his system to promote what? His death. Now remember, the game plan was to get his fucking organs. He's 19 years old, and he probably was a rare match to someone that was or that is extremely wealthy, okay?
I'm telling you what they're doing. You see him right now. His mama's working on him. They out there, they're saying that they're going to let him die. We asked him to come in and do something about it. They decided not to come in here and do nothing about it. Right here at this hospital, Dr. Myers, Dr. Miller, all of them decided to let him die because he was living and they didn't want to be exposed. His feet his legs was moving today. Everything was moving on him today, legs and everything. And they knew he had a bowel movement and been having bowel movements. They didn't want to chart him and put him in his chart or nothing. So right now they're trying to let him die. They put something in his IV. They put something in there to kill him.
Okay, they put something in his IV, all right? And from the IV, it went into his system. Okay, and this shit happens all the fucking time. Okay, doctors, they take this fucking Hippocratic oath. Okay, but that oath shows allegiance to who? The international bankers. See, Jake, you gotta wake the fuck up. All right. And then I saw a comment talking about, we need, Salakia. We need doctors that are, here we go, from Big Dog Willie. We need more concerned black spiritual doctors in our communities. Well, Mr. Big Dog Willis, you do have spiritual doctors, and those spiritual doctors are the prophets. And guess what? We're not all black. We're not black, period. We are different shades of brown, and even looking like these other nations via the Holy Spirit, instructing our people who they are, who the enemies are, and what is required and needed to be saved. Okay, now we understand that everything is predestined, but we give you spiritual healing to heal your spirit. Okay?
Of course, we're not medically inclined, and the people that we had here that was medically inclined, they waited till they leave it, left, and then they got in here and did something. I'm telling you right now, they allowing him to die right now. I asked them to come in here, they stood at the door and walked away because they wanted him to die. They asked us, of course, to let him die. They wanted the organs. That's what the whole thing was about being here, was about him having organs. But this is for God, so that God might get the glory. Even if it's to the point where they are the ones that's getting sued, that's being exposed. Whichever way it is, they the ones that did it. I'm telling you right now, his mama's over there pumping. His mama's trying to bring him back to life right now because they are right now here at the hospital right now. We're right here at Carolina's Medical Center right now in Charlotte, North Carolina. Dr. Magoo. What's her name? Dr. Jessica Magoo. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, Emmanuel. Come forth. Come forth, baby. Come on. Hallelujah for your glory.
Look at this white bitch doing nothing. She's the eyes for the medical provider or providers. Okay. So he received something in his IV that would promote the outcome of him dying. Because remember, although he was classified as so-called brain dead, the body was still functioning. He still had BMs, okay, and he was still breathing.
For your glory, for your glory, for your glory.
So look, I'm gonna fast forward.
I got the hand pumping.
Yeah.
How many times have you found yourself working on your car by yourself and you get to a certain part where you don't know what to do? And there's a new...
Hey, now, hold on. Where were you at? Where were you at when I called?
They're asking all of us to leave my brother in here with them.
You never showed up. You never showed up.
Okay, I'm
You never
FaceTiming
showed
right now.
up. But when they called you, you show up.
Right now.
What does that say? Man, get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there.
Leave my child.
And guess what? They had to leave. They had to fucking leave the room and leave their child by himself. Now, I want to say that he was still breathing, okay? That the family did point out he was still breathing. But guess what? The police instructed them they had to go. And you have Jake still saying that you are free, okay? And this shows you that you are not free, okay? And that people are owned by the international bankers.
Because they don't promise this organ.
Yeah, boy, I'm gonna tell you right now. Come on. We're gonna sue the city, everybody. I promise you. When I come back with who I come back with, all y'all gonna just go on and get you another career. I promise you, get you another career.
So hey, that's pretty much the gist of it. Let's go to Romans 13 and verse 1. Let every spirit be subject unto the higher powers. The higher powers are the nobility of Edom. Okay, 13 Edomite families that control this entire system. For there is no power but of the Most High. The powers that be are ordained or authorized of or by the Most High. All right, let's go to Genesis chapter 25 and verse 27. Now this is after Jacob supplanted Esau for the blessing, which is the kingdom of heaven. Now, this is what the international bankers want. They want the kingdom of heaven, okay? And after Jacob supplanted Esau out of the blessing, Isaac blessed him with the kingdom of heaven. So, of course, Esau came in there crying, right? And also, Isaac did bless Esau with a blessing. Let's go to Salakia. Now, in those accounts, or that account, is in Genesis, the 27th chapter. So, of course, Isaac blessed Jacob with the kingdom of heaven and blessed Esau with a time frame or time frames to rule. So Esau ruled as the so-called Greeks, as the so-called pagan Romans, and also in today's time frame. And this is the end of his blessing. And just to get the point, Genesis 27:41, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his mind, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay or kill my brother Jacob. And this is that ongoing hatred, okay, that so-called white people have for the nation of Israel. However, it began in the garden, okay? It began in the garden. And again, Esau was extremely upset that he was supplanted by Jacob. And after he was supplanted by Jacob to receive the blessing, Isaac blessed Jacob with the kingdom of heaven. Okay? The scriptures has all the answers that we need. Lord will, this was an edifying video. My country, it is to me, or my country, 'tis to me, as a place or demographic or land of servitude, drawing waters, captivity, death, destruction, and ongoing hatred. Shalom.